Hey, what's up guys, John here. You may have seen that infamous video in Dagestan where essentially the locals are rushing towards a plane.
Hundreds of people stormed the main airport in the Dagestan region of Russia.
That just came in from Tel Aviv. Apparently they're really upset and they want to get these people off the plane, not in a good way. And chaos is really getting out of control. But I've seen these videos, I don't know what to believe. And I think that all of us nowadays should be really skeptical of the information that we're given, the videos that we see, and what they tell us to believe. Because if you look at the last 3 years, they've told us that the best thing to do is for all of us to divide. Everyone is dividing, we were told to be divided through skin color, through political beliefs and ideologies, through, statuses, if you've gotten the thing or you didn't get the thing. Everything was about divide, 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 divide. Well, why is this getting so out of control? And why are the middle class and the poor getting way worse off, but yet the rich and the wealthy are getting filthy, filthy rich? Like they're making billions and billions of dollars at the demise of the middle class. Well, I'm looking into this more and more and more, forming my own opinion. And that opinion is going to definitely go against popular belief, because popular belief today is, you have to believe, you have to take a side. You always have to take a side. You have to take the right side. You always have to, wave the, the flag of the weak, right? Everything is always about that. But when you look at this, I think it's more, it shows more intelligence to kind of pull back, realize that you weren't there firsthand. I wasn't there firsthand. We don't know what to actually really believe. But when you see stuff like this, like George Soros funding $15 million to Hamas, you have to ask yourself why. Like, why would he do such a thing? Maybe we're all being lied to. I'm going to break it down for you in this video. Please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, you will share this content to educate the people about what's really happening. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. So take a look at this. And you can do so by clicking the link in the description. So far left billionaire, kingmaker George Soros has funneled more than $15 million since 2016 to groups behind this month's pro-Palestinian protests, while demonstrations openly cheered for Hamas, their militants, on this situation in Israel. The post-examination of Open Society Foundation records show that Soros' grant-making network gave $13.7 million of money through Tide Center, a deep-pocketed lefty advocacy group from sponsors several nonprofits who justified Hamas' bloody attack while claiming Palestinians obsessed with eradication of this situation, the real, right? So you start to see this situation, you have to ask yourself, why would he, George Soros, why would he give $15 million, right? Maybe it's because what they actually really want is for everyone to be fully divided. Maybe they want mass immigration, and then maybe they want some type of universal basic income to combat inequality. And at the really the real price to pay is going to be all of us, right? Everybody else, the 99.9% are going to be the ones that are going to suffer, but the 0.01% are going to have more power, more control. They're going to be able to, silence you for having any type of political belief. And in my opinion, I'm not left, I'm not right. I have no political ideology. I don't identify with any type of box that they try to fit you in. Because once they fit you in that box, now if you believe one thing, that means you have to believe everything else. And if you believe everything else, then you have to continue believing everything else that they continue adding into that box. Like imagine what it was like being, on the left side 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It's completely different than being on the left side today. Same thing was being on the right side 10 years ago, 15 years ago. A lot different than it is today. Right? So you start to look at what's happening. They continue to warp us and divide us. And it's a crazy situation that's unfolding, but it's so well done. Like you really have to pull back and look at what they've done. It's genius from like a control mechanism. Like if you remove your ethical compass and you look at what they've done, it's really, really intelligent, moving their position forward. 2020, they were able to, catch everybody off guard right after all the closures. Everyone's already upset. Everyone's mad. Everyone's angry. Everyone's staying home. A lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of people are, really stressed out. Then, boom, one big event happens. Chaos everywhere. Massive division right from the beginning, right? Then it just continued to amplify. Everything was about divide, 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 divide. And then the Russian-Ukraine thing. And then we have this thing. And then it's one big thing after the next. It's just so well done. Like, what are the odds? If you're a betting man or betting woman, you would bet on things that you had a high probability of winning on. What are the probabilities of all these situations happening every month, every quarter? It's like another big thing, another big thing, another big thing. it's impossible. You go back to 2012, 2013, 2014, 2018, 2019, nothing ever really happened. Now it's all the time, right? There's no way that this is just some type of a coincidence. So this situation in Gaza, they say it's going to be the long war, right? It's probably going to last 10 years. Like, this is going to be maybe more, right? This is going to push for wide-scale immigration everywhere. Look at this right here. This just happened. I mean, it already has 500,000 views, and this came out 2 hours ago. It says Poland just voted to a new radical left-wing government led by Donald Tusk that plans to open the borders. In order to unlock funds to the European Union, the government in Poland plans to open welcome centers and accept overflow illegal migrants from Germany, Italy, and other EU countries. Sad period of time for Poland to follow the same mistakes that have happened elsewhere in Europe. So you're starting to see this continuation of what is going on. There's no way that this is not going to happen. Like, this is 100% going to happen. But the key here is that people really need to not read the headlines and come up with their, the opinion of what they want you to have. Kind of pull back, ask yourself, what do they want me to believe and why? Why do they want me to believe this? Is this actually the best thing for myself? Is this the best thing for my family? If the answer is no, ask yourself, well, then why am I told to believe this? Right? You form that opinion. When you're looking at this, you have to realize what this is going to mean for people's lives' work. People are going to start to lose a lot of wealth, a lot of opportunities. Their families are going to lose a lot over the coming 5 years, 10 years, as we start to get pushed into this situation of quote-unquote combating inequality. It's not just going to stop here. They're already talking about migrating because of the climate and all these different things. We're going to be moving into this situation. It's ramping up really, really, really quickly. So this situation, like, the more I look at it, the more, when I saw this article with Soros, I'm like, what are the odds? Because he was also funding the situation in 2020. He was putting a lot of money into that, a lot of money into it. And so, he even had a website up a few years ago, and that website in 2020, that website was very revealing. What they said on the website is that they wanted to destroy the nuclear family. Like, that's what it said, right? I'm a family man. I'm married. I've been with my wife for almost 11 years. 2 healthy, beautiful kids. Having family, having that family tie, that connection, nothing's more important than that. Nothing's more valuable. We're trying to destroy the nuclear family. Why? Because when you have that family destroyed, then they're dependent on the government. They become, state property, essentially. And so when you're having this dialogue through the media all the time about how we should act, how we should behave, how we should believe, just do your own research. Think about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe the media's wrong. Maybe who knows who's wrong, right? But when you pull yourself back and you look at all these different perspectives, you can then take in all the information and make the decision that makes the most sense for you in that specific situation. What do you think about this situation? Do you think that this is all just coincidental? The Open Society Foundation gave $60,000 in 2018 to, Arab American Association in New York, a group co-founded by politically connected activists, and help plan this situation in Brooklyn, Palestine, right? Like, it's one situation, another one here, 1.5 million, right, to another nonprofit, and this is a legal center for Arab, right? Another, but it only had 800,000 received before the legal center cut ties with this organization in 2018. The legal center says its mission is to promote human rights in Israel. Really? Maybe. All these billionaires have all this money, but yet they never give any of it to eradicate poverty. They never give any of it to, help people actually advance, maybe to learn. And the reason for it is because they would rather have a nation of workers, a nation of sheep, than people that actually think for themselves. And that's what's happening. So, look at how much wealth these billionaires have created. All the famous ones, even maybe some of the ones you personally like. How much have they actually done to eradicate poverty? They haven't. But when they prance around like that's what their goals are, their goal is to make things fair and just and do all these things, well, their goals don't align with their actions. What do you think about this situation? Do you think we're walking into a scenario where we're going to walk into massive unrest in America, in Europe, worldwide, and this problem has just now begun? We've slowly kind of moved in this like death of 1,000 cuts. That's what I think. So when people ask me, what do I think is going to happen with the economy? I think we're walking into a dynamic over the next couple of years to where having a strong business online, or having some strong business, having great credit, having some cash in the bank, having some type of plan provides options. And options in an insane world is the new form of wealth, right? So just having options is the new form of wealth. What you don't want to have is not have any options, to where you have to take that, that stipend, or potentially that universal basic income, or that type of allowance. Because once you're dependent on that, then it becomes harder to have an opinion. It becomes harder to move around and have your bit of freedom. What do you think about this situation? Where do you see this all going? Drop below. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I'm curious what yours is. Drop below, have a conversation. If you want to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next video.